There are a lot of sick people in America, and we allow them to buy guns, become priests, attain badges, sell dope to our kids. We even make them heroes. There's a sickness going on. We're here today to ask one question. Is America a terrorist state? If it is, then where the hell can we go? And if it's not, what can we do to make it a better place?
Welcome back to our channel. We are the Yarbros.
Hey, welcome back.
And we're currently in Gorgona, Panama.
I'm loving every minute of it.
And ever since being here, we haven't felt the threat of violence.
We haven't felt threatened at all. Walking the streets at night or during the day, we feel at peace. And a lot of the places that we visit outside of the country feel peace to us.
Yeah, and with things going on in the US right now, it had us take a look at when the last mass shooting or mass killing was in Panama, and it was 2020.
So a couple of years ago. And even that case, right? It was some young folks, right?
Yeah, 7 young people were killed, and it wasn't a random attack. And even though we are abroad, we are still very much tied into the U.S. We still have our citizenship.
Come on now.
Our families still live in the U.S. We still vote in U.S. elections.
And we care. We care about y'all. Look, this latest atrocity, Uvalde, Texas, insane.
Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about. Is the state complicit in these acts that are happening because they aren't making moves to stop it? That's what I want to know.
It's kind of crazy. Of course, the school shootings, the mass shootings, and already this year alone, by the time of that shooting, there were like 214 mass shootings in 2022. And that doesn't even include the 15 mass shootings that happened just over this past Memorial Day weekend.
You judge a community, a society, based on how it treats its most vulnerable people. We are killing our most vulnerable people, our babies. That's happening on U.S. soil. That happened and it's happening. Terrorism is nothing new on American soil. Black people have been terrorized. Our indigenous people have been terrorized. Now white folk are being terrorized.
Asian communities, I know.
Asian communities, elderly, churches bombed. This is insane. And this is crazy. And the question is, what can we do about it? Is the state complicit in these acts? Are they allowing these things to happen? I stand with man Steve Kerr.
And in the last 10 days, we've had elderly black people killed in a supermarket in Buffalo. We've had Asian churchgoers killed in Southern California. And now we have children murdered at school. When are we going to do something? I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to the devastated families that are out there. I'm so tired of I'm tired of the moments of silence.
I'm sick of having these moments of silence and sending my condolences, but real talk, prayers for you guys in Texas. That was horrific.
It's a mess and it's sick.
What can we do without playing the victim and without looking the other way? Something has to be done. We need to hold our legislative people accountable for not passing the bills to stem some of this madness that's going on. This is what Cornel West calls the gangsterization of America. Citizens are held at bay through terrorist acts and learn how to just live in a state of trauma caused by terrorism, complete and repeat terrorism over and over again. It creates a traumatic mind state, and you become accustomed to living in this traumatic mind state. In a traumatized mind state, you're only thinking about relief, and you're not thinking about the future. You're just thinking about right now. So in a normalized traumatic state, you're constantly just thinking about getting relief instead of a permanent solution to your problems. And that's the problem with gun violence in the States. We're not coming up with any permanent solution, and our ears are being tickled by politicians and their temporary relief proposals. I'm here to say, you guys, it has to stop. We need to wake up. So that's what we're talking about today. If you got some limbs, then climb on in. Let's go.
So what can we do?
Nothing. Get out! Get out! Get out! A large part of me feels like these problems are going to persist. Period. They've always been here in America. The gangsterization of America is a real thing. The terrorism going on America's soil is a real thing. So the one option that you always have is to leave. Leave the neighborhood that you're staying in. Leave the state that you're living in. Or leave the country that you're living in.
In the U.S., this is what the current process is like to get a firearm. Federally licensed gun dealers in all states are required to run their background checks through the National Institute Criminal Background Check System, also known as NICS for short. One major flaw is all states don't report their violent crimes or mental health occurrences within the system, nor are they required to. Additionally, if the federal government doesn't complete the background screening in time, the dealer can still sell the gun. But there's a way to bypass that background screening. Private sellers do not need background checks in order to sell firearms. You can meet a private seller at a gun show, you can purchase from a private seller online, or a private seller can be a family friend, anything like that. They do not require background screenings, and that's ways that people bypass getting a background check.
Is America a terrorist state? Now let's define terrorist state. A terrorist state is a state or country which organizes or supports terrorism either domestically or against another country. In the U.S. currently, there's legislation sitting on the desk of Senate and has not moved at all because of some very effective lobbying power of one organization, the NRA.
The National Rifle Association, the NRA, is the oldest gun rights lobbying group in the USA. They are also the most powerful opponent to gun control in the states. And it seems that they have stood in the way of almost all sorts of legislation that has to do with gun rights or restricting gun ownership rights. And they've influenced many elections by apparently paying for a few legislators. For example, after the horrible Sandy Hook massacre that left 20 children and 6 adults dead or gunned down by an assault rifle, there was a bipartisan proposal that was written up to strengthen the background checks for people who wanted to purchase guns. Well, a certain number of Republican senators, all of which received public donations from the NRA, voted against this proposal. And it just so happened to be enough for it not to be passed.
Now, if this legislation is sitting on a desk and it can help the problem, not solve the problem, but can help to move in the right direction to solve the problem, and it behooves the people of the United States to do that, is the state complicit? Is the state a part of the problem? All right, Lil Ricky and his friends moved down the street from you. Now, everybody in the hood knows that Little Ricky is doing home invasions in the neighborhood right next door. They also are doing carjackings. Everybody knows this. Are you gonna have a gun in your house knowing that Little Ricky lives down the street from you? We don't believe gun control is the end all. It is not the solution to all the problems in the states.
And we honestly don't have any problem with gun ownership or having guns ourselves.
Not at all. I love me some guns. Fun facts, right? The U.S. has more guns on the street per citizen than any other country in the world by a large margin. Hey, Ricky! Ricky! What up, B? What's happening, man? Oh, what up, B? What's happening, man? Yeah. Right, how you doing, man? How the fam? Oh, man, the family is good, man. My damn little sister pregnant again. Oh, for real? Some little knucklehead Negro I might end up having to pop. Yeah, about that, man. I'm gonna need a piece for some peace, brother, on the Farilla. The youngins over here tripping. Nigga, what you going through, dog? You can't be going through nothing major like that. Well, Shorty's broke into my car the other day, man. I don't know who did it, but I feel like I got a target on my back. Man, and I'm gonna need you to help me out, bruh. I got you. Shit, I got plenty up in the house right now, bruh. For real? I need something unmarked, unscathed, man. I need it clean, man. I don't need to be catching no extra cases or nothing else. I want you to come on up, man. I'll show you what I got. Bet.
30% of Americans own guns. Another fact is more than half of Americans favor stricter gun laws. Another possible gun control law is the red flag law.
Yes. Now, more so than stemming the flow of guns on the street, it looks to cut off the fools that have guns in their hands.
So it doesn't do anything, against the Second Amendment, but it does allow for people, police officers, family and friends, or anything like that to report a gun owner if they show signs of being a danger to themselves or others.
It's like the CPS. You report somebody who's abusing their child. You report somebody that's like, I'm about to kill everybody. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You report them, and if they legally have guns, they can have those guns taken away temporarily until they prove that they are mentally stable. Most of the mass shooters mouth off.
They usually write some sort of manifesto or give some sort of clue or sign as to what they are considering or getting ready to do.
So when they mouth off, people can do something and act and get the guns taken away from them. I think this would be an effective bill that I would be all kind of down for. We just wanted to jump out here real quick, you guys, and tell you guys how we feel about the situation, and to kind of like, if you guys do feel powerless, to let you know you are not. You got the power.
Now I know it's such a huge issue that doesn't seem to have a clear solution, and we can't seem to find a way to agree on what that solution would be.
A step toward change is a step in the right direction, in my eyes. If you want to get involved, there's a bill sitting on Senate's desk right now that will help to close some of the massive loopholes with gun control in our country. You can get involved in your localized neighborhood, or bust up and get out, man. You can let your voice be heard through your vote, like we choose to do.
That's true. Like you mentioned earlier, you can hopefully have the opportunity to move yourself from a situation into a safer community, neighborhood, city, state, or country. Advocate for stricter gun laws if you feel like that is going to help improve the situation. Some people even think that it is a matter of the heart and just an overall lack of the value for life. Whatever it is, hopefully we can all do something individually and collectively to move forward in the right direction.
Children are dying at the hands of insane fools, and we have a responsibility to protect our kids, to protect ourselves, and to protect the society at large. I am a large proponent of those red flag laws. I like them. I like them a lot. Thanks for joining us. My name is Rondell.
My name is April.
We out.